Stop number 30 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to the brushy mountains of North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. We're here today for the Tyson Holly Farms 400. We're set for 60 laps of action on this 0.625 mile short track, the final short track race of season 30. And also the first of three straight races, three straight races in North Carolina. So we'll be going here. Then after this will be Charlotte. Then after this will be Rockingham. So, but anyway, let's get on with the starting lineup for this race here as we're heading down to the the season has already rounded the far turn and heading for home. As we're 29 races are in the books and 5 races left to go, counting this one here today. On the pole, it is Dylan Young in car number 2, the Miller Lite Ford. He's number 2 in the points coming into this race here, and he is 19 points behind, or actually 15 points or so behind the leader, Kyle Matthews, coming into this race here. Beside him will be car number 15. That is Alex Miller, who's won twice this season so far. He won at Martinsville, and he won at New Hampshire, and then he won the last race we brought to him tour under the lights at Martinsville. Dylan Young has won twice already as well, too. His last win coming at Texas, way back in the early part of the season. Second row, going for the Wilkesboro sweep, it's Zach Rogers in car number 6, the Valvoline Ford. He's alongside car number 3, Cole Deaver, in the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. Twice the winner this season so far is Deaver, and also twice the winner is Rogers, because he also won at Watkins Glen. Deaver won the season at Atlanta and the Pepsi 400 at Daytona. Third row, Quentin Moore, the 600 winner at Charlotte. He's alongside Joshua Osborne in car 20, the Home Depot opponent, a resurgent Joshua Osborne. He's come on strong in the second half of the season. Row number 4 has Charles Sanford in 24, and number 99, that's Levi McIntyre, each with 1 win this season so far. Fifth row, Jessica Shelton. She always runs well at North Wilkesboro, number 94 McDonald's Ford. She's alongside Keith Batson, 2-time winner season so far. Shelton's won 3 times this season. She won at Bristol, Riverside, and the Southern 500 at Darlington. One of Batson's wins also came at Darlington as well, too, in the first race there. Next row down has number 75, that's Jesse Turner in the Remington Arms Ford, and number 18, Nathan Ormond, the winner at the second Dover race this season. Next row down has number 90, that is James Sykes, and number 10, that is Paul Minnick. Next row is number 28, Cat Batson, and 87, Aaron Macklin. Next row is number 28, Cat Batson, and number 80, next row after that is number 31, that's Daniel Bouchard. He's also a 2-time winner season so far. He won at Richmond and Michigan, both of them the first stops of the season there. He's alongside Rob Evanson, number 16. Next row down has William Brocken, number 4, and number 17, that is Roberto Crown Jr. Next row down has 43, Mike Becker, and the points leader, Kyle Matthews, who has won 3 times this season. He won at Dover, Pocono, and the night race at Bristol. Next row is number 44, Seth Cole, the winner at the Brickyard 400 at Indy. Next row down, he's alongside his buddy Dylan Poteet. Next row down has number 5, Phil Parker, and 98, Laura Chung. Next row down has Matt McIntyre and 33, and number 23, that's Wes McCoy. Next row down has number 1, Trent Dunham, and number 29, Zachary Fitzwater. Next row down has 26, that's Ryan Brommer, and beside him will be number 7, Allison Rain. Next row down is number 40, Zach Winkle, the Daytona 500 champion, and number 37, Dylan Abrahamian. Next row down has number 25, James Henry, coming from way out back. Beside him will be 36, Cement Oscon. Next row down has number 30, Ryan George, and 81, Muhammad Abdullah. And starting shotgun, the California winner this season, John Andrews, and number 71, Daniel Gatrock. In-car cameras today will be carried by our championship leader, Dylan Young. He's our 2 cameras will be carried by Levi McIntyre and Seth Cole. Those 3 will be carrying the cameras here today for today's race here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. And like I said, the points battle is heating up between Dylan Young and Kyle Matthews. Right now, it's a 2-man race right now for the points. But we've seen in the last 5 races how things can change, and we'll see what happens here. We got a couple of wild cards in this bunch as well too, and this one may be one of them. So here's the command to fire the engines here for the Tyson Holly Farms 400 at North Wilkesboro.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
And given the party interest, we're going to get some racing here today. Four of the top 5 formers are all Fords here, the lone exception being Cole Beaver Chevrolet. As the pace car leads the field around the pace line, we'll be back for the start of the race right after this. Pace car's already dove off the 4th corner here as we're about to get set for the green flag here. And the Tyson Holly Farms 400 is underway here at North Wilkesboro. Here we go. And oh, we've got problems already off turn number 2. Zach Rogers upside down coming into turn number 3. Several cars all over turn. Oh my God, there's going to be 4 wide come off the 4th turn. This is going to be disastrous. And somehow it wasn't there coming to start-finish line, though, but I thought it was going to be really nasty between Ormond, Matthews, Seth Cole, and Danny Bouchard. And Zach Rogers, who was going for the North Wilkesboro sweep, gets turned coming off turn number 2. Or actually, it just turned Alex Miller's what it looked like coming off the 2nd corner. And the well-laid plans of Mice and Men definitely went astray on that one right there. And this happened come off the 2nd turn on the very first lap. Rogers gets pushed up the track right there, right into Cole Deaver's car. Deaver turns the 15 of Miller right into Rogers' car, turns the 6 car into the wall, into the 15 and into the wall. And everybody else trying to play a game of where do I go when I get there. Osborne got turned, and there's Jesse Turner, the 75 car. He's around. And Rogers' car turns over, and then Phil Parker got into Rogers as well, too. There's Osborne and Sykes, the 20 and the 90 cars. They both got involved somehow in the crash. Take a look again as to what happened. Osborne, I think, got clipped by Alex Miller. Or actually, no, he threw his car, so I was trying to miss Alex Miller's car and then got into Alex's car anyway. And Sykes had nowhere to go but right into them, too. Well, Osborne had nowhere to go neither. So a 4-car accident happened on the very first lap of the racer, and several of our in-car cameras had a bird's eye view of the action here. Definitely, I will definitely say that. Including Seth Cole. Let's take a ride with Seth Cole and see how he missed the crash. On board with Seth. And because that mad scramble, Seth has already moved up to 13th, and Kyle Matthews, who started like what 24th, he's up to 11th spot already after all this happened. So Dylan Young is going to be your leader here at North Wilkesboro as we get for the 7th restart. We'll be back for the restart after this. Zach Rogers suffered an oil leak. He's the only car out of the race at this point here. Keith Batson is a lap down after an unscheduled pit stop. Green flag back out. Lap number 7 here at North Wilkesboro Speedway in the Holly Farms 400. It's Dylan Young in the leader. Quentin Moore second position. 3rd is Deaver. 4th is Levi McIntyre, and the yellow flag's out for the 2nd time already. It's Zach Winkle and Ryan Brommer. The 40 and 26. The 26 cars have crashed. Cement Oscon coming down pit road in the 36 car as the M&M's crew goes to work on that machine to try to get it repaired and get back out on the racetrack here. So we've had no green flag runs so far yet at Wilkesboro, obviously. And Brommer got tagged before the green as the green flag fell here. I don't know if he will. I don't know if he spun the wheels on the start or not. But I think it's what happened. Oh my gosh! Right into the wall, and just took the 40 and the 87 both with him. And Macklin kept this car under control, but Brommer took the Zach Winkle with him, and then poor 36 car of Cement Oscon had nowhere to go though, but right into the 40 as well. So way this is going right now, this could prove beneficial for Dylan Young because he's as long as the yellow flags keep falling right now, which I hope that's not going to be the theme of this race, but it may prove to be an advantage for him, provided if nothing goes wrong, as James Sykes comes back out on the racetrack right now in 36th position. He is currently right now last car on the lead lap. So restart happens right after this. 3 cars out of the race. That's Zach Rogers, Cement Oscon, and Zach Winkle are out of the race there. 37 cars remain. 36 remain on the lead lap. Keith Batson, the only car that has a lap down, as the green flag flies. Let's see if we can get a green flag run this time. Here comes Quentin Moore to the low side of Dylan Young for the lead. And he's got it. Quentin Moore, car number 21, and a yellow flag out for the 3rd time. And here comes Deaver to the low side. And Shelton and McIntyre crash. Batson upside down, over and over. Seth Cole's involved. What happened? Let's first look at what happened on the restart here. And for the second time, a crash happens right on the restart. Muhammad Abdullah turns his teammate, the 37 car of Dylan Abrahamian, into the wall. Abdullah spins right in front of Ryan Brommer, who had nowhere to go. Well, he could have just turned on the inside is what he could have done. Goes right into the 90 of James Sykes, slams into him. Yeah, congratulations, Brommer. You may have just took yourself right out of the race. But now watch what happens. Now watch this monstrosity come off turn number 4. Cole Deaver into the inside. He got a run on both Moore and Batson. Batson pushes Moore right into Deaver's car. Meantime, Levi McIntyre and Jessica Shelton took each other into the wall. And then this happens right in front. Watch Batson. Oh my gosh, that is the worst crash I've seen at North Wilkesboro for sure. Oh my gosh. He was 37th a lap down in this race here, but trying to get himself back on the lead lap knowing the yellow flag was out. And that may have just taken it may have just also taken Deaver and Moore maybe possibly out of the race, and maybe possibly McIntyre and Shelton. I have absolutely no idea at all. On board Levi McIntyre's car. And from Seth Cole's point of view, Seth gave Matt McIntyre a bit of a bump, and as did also the can't think of who was he gave the bump to on the last hit, but so anyway, that is going to give Cole Deaver the lead here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Here is with Dylan Young second. 3rd position right now is Levi McIntyre. Cat Batson is in 4th. 5th is William Brock. 6th position is Charles Sanford. 7th is Nathan Ormond. 8th is Daniel Bouchard. 9th is Quentin Moore. 10th is Mike Becker. So pace car comes off on the pit road here. Let's try this again. Are we gonna wreck? Are we gonna keep wrecking? Or are we gonna have a green flag run for once? I don't know. We're going to come off turn number 4 here. Cole Deaver leads him down to the green flag. Back out at North Wilkesboro. The Holly Farms 400 from our third caution of the day, lap number 19. Levi McIntyre comes off turn number 4 here, and he and Dylan Young. Oh! That was plenty close between the 2 and the 99 cars as they get each other, and up, under yellow once again. 4th yellow of the day already, and I don't think we're even going to have a green flag run in this race. I don't know if we are. I don't know if we ever are. And I think, from the looks of it, the crash involved the 23 car of Wes McCoy. Turns Ryan Brommer right into him, and turns McCoy right in front of Zachary Fitzwater. Oh, and Osborne slams into him, and as does Alex Miller. I bet you when they turned McCoy right up into in front of the entire field, I bet you Osborne's eyes got as big as flying saucers after seeing that. And then situation like this, you probably don't have any time to say. You probably don't have the time to say anything. You know. But unfortunately for the number 20 car, he was running 31st when it happened too, and Miller was way back in the pack as well too. So, and there is Osborne's car late coming to rest on pit road, and the crew has taken the hood off of the number 20 Home Depot Pontiac, and the official is going to hold him for back to the end of the end of the line. And now they tell Osborne, "You're good to go," and back out on the track you go. That's frustrating for any driver. Now, Joshua usually is cool as a cucumber from what I know of him, but sometimes even the weight can make the coolest driver lose its patience at times. But I think Joshua's one of those guys that's got a lot of patience from what I know of him. Nothing rattles him, trust me. Ryan Brommer and James Sykes both coming out back out on the racetrack after unscheduled pit stops for the 26 and the 90 teams here. Brommer running 31st right now, and Sykes in 32nd. Pace cars lights are now off on the racetrack here. Cole Deaver continues to lead. Second position is now Dylan Young. Levi McIntyre third, and Cat Batson in fourth. Charles Sanford is in fifth. Then it's William Brock, Daniel Bouchard, Nathan Orman, Mike Becker, and Quentin Moore, the top 10. Cars on the race here: Zach Rogers, Samant Ozcon, Zach Winkle, Keith Batson, Muhammad Abdullah, Jessica Shelton, and Wes McCoy. Only car a lap down is Joshua Osborne in the 20 car. He's the only car a lap down, and he currently rides right now in 33rd position. Green flag back out. Let's see. Are we going to wreck? Are we going to keep wrecking, or are we going to have a green flag run for once? And oh, Brommer, don't LePage the field. Deaver moves to the outside. He's dirt trucking up into the wall. Here comes Young to the low side. And caution number 5 is now flown. Dear God. I swear we did not get this many cautions when I tested this combination out. And it's Rob Evans, Trent Dunham, and James Henry. And Dunham's going to turn Evans right into Aaron Macklin. Here comes, and there's Dunham and Henry also in this bunch as well too. Spence coming off turn number 2, and they're out of harm's way as they vibrating on their way on the pit road here. Dunham's car vibrating hard, trying to get Trent tries to get his car to start back up. He successfully does so, and for Rob Evans, he's riding the wall. Looks like. And finally gets the Family Channel Ford to fire back up, and on pit road he is, and there you see Evans's car, debris being left behind. in his pit stall as the Family Channel 4 comes back out on the racetrack to try to salvage what he can of this race here. But and Trent Dunham, I think, is going to stay on the track here. I don't think he's made a pit stop. The damage didn't look all that bad on that number 1 Pennzoil Chevrolet. As we get a look at Trent's car, there's a good look at the Pennzoil Chevrolet car number 1. It's going you'll see that car. You'll see this car back in the series next season. There you see, and yeah, there's the look of Trent's number 40, number 1 car. He's yeah, he's clean. Looks like, so he might still make a run of it at it here. As Brommer and Sykes both go back and rejoins the field here. Well, the completion of this lap is going to be the halfway home mark of this race here. We'll restart on lap number 31, so it'll be 30 laps in the books and 30 to go. And we have probably run about 25 of them under caution already. This is the 4th caution flag of the day here at Wilkesboro. I'm calling it. We're going to have caution number 5 and probably on this lap. Joshua Osborne and Rob Evans on the inside lane. They are both a lap down. Green flag back out. Dylan Young is your leader. Then it's Deaver, McIntyre, Batson, Cat Batson that is, and Charles Sanford. Off to number 4 they come. Oh, this is not gonna be pretty. Come off that 4th turn. Seth Cole just about got turned around right here. And we made a green flag lap at Wilkesboro for once. Off to number 4 they come here as Young and McIntyre. They're close together. And Zach and William Brock is around, and he's going to take Daniel Bouchard with him. Caution number 5 is now flown, and here comes McIntyre to the low side of Young for the lead. Race back to the caution flag. Looks like Levi McIntyre's going to win race back to start-finish line. And whoa, Deaver and Sanford just about got into each other, and Deaver just about stuck the 24 in the wall. Talking about how nicely clean Trent Dunham's car looked. Well, not so much now, because I think he was also involved as well too. And he was on pit road while this whole deal was taking place. But William Brock right now, who is running in 8th position, he had just gotten by Cat Batson, and he got into it with Nathan. I think with Nathan Orman come off to number 4. Got into Orman's car, sent Brock's car around right in front of Daniel Bouchard. Ugh. And several cars taking hitting the brakes and trying to see where they kind of go. Especially the cars in the back of the pack right there. I think they did a good job woeing it down. But Brock's car, you see him trying to get his car to start back up, and it does. And Brock will drive away, and he is still on. He's still on the racetrack. He's still in 8th position. That's where he crossed the start-finish line when he spun. So it's Matthews in 10th, and as we mentioned, Bouchard in 9th. Brock, you're watching him right now. He's in 8th. Mike Becker's in 7th in the 43 car. 6th is Cat Batson. 5th is Nathan Orman. Charles Sanford is in 4th. 3rd position is Cole Deaver in car number 3. Car number 2, running P2 right now, Dylan Young. And leading him down is Levi McIntyre. So we'll restart this next. That's where we start after this. 7 cars out of the race so far here at North Wilkesboro. 33 cars remain in the race, and 28 of them remain on the lead lap. As the green flag's about to fly here at North Wilkesboro Speedway, it's Levi McIntyre, Dylan Young, Cole Deaver, Charles Sanford, and Nathan Orman, the top 5. Green flag back out, back in the way, lap number 39. turned. We're still green. Now the yellow flag flies. And it's Alex Miller and Kyle Matthews, the points leader. The points leader's involved in the crash. To use one of my old stupid catchphrases, sputtering spark plugs. And if you don't know where that phrase came from, that came from the short-lived cartoon Turbo Dogs. Oh my gosh! I mean, let's first look what happened to Nathan Ormond. He was running fifth when this all happened. Osborne got loose right there and almost took Charles Sanford into the wall. And then Ormond got turned by Mike Becker. Since Ormond into the wall goes the number 18 car. Bouchard was on the inside lane, and he almost got to the end of the pit wall, too. Let's take a look at what happened to the 15 and the 42 machines here of Miller and Matthews. I think, was Matthews ahead of him or was he behind Miller? No, he was ahead of him. Okay, so let's take a look at what happened to Kyle Matthews. So Matthews was running, he was running in 10th position, so he was doing well, trying to stay out of trouble. And then let's see what happened. Come on, turn number 4. And he got turned by Seth Cole right in front of Laura Chung. Laura hits the brakes, and here comes Poti. He gets into it. And Chung is going to bulldoze Matthews around right in front of the 15 of Alex Miller. And Miller had nowhere to go but right into Matthews' car. Ormond and Fitzwater both avoid the deal. I'm sure Kyle's going to have a little talk with Seth in the garage area over that one. Kyle's still running, though. He's running 24th right now. He was 10th when he got spun. Ryan Brommer coming back on the racetrack right now in the Quaker State Ford, running 33rd right now. Pace car ducks back off on the pit road. Alex Miller and Dylan Poti both knocked out a race right now, so 31 cars remain and 25 of them on the lead lap. Average speed of a very slow 55.6 miles an hour. As the green flag flies, Levi McIntyre back out in front. As the green flag waves, backing away on lap number 45. And somebody's... Joshua Osborne coming on the pit road, as is... Oh, problems on the front stretch! Aaron Macklin, James Henry involved. Abrahamian in a 37 car, he's also involved in the crash. And that is, I think, caution number 7. Or is that caution... I think it's caution number 6, I think. Maybe number 6, but we have had a lot of crashes at North Wilkesboro. I think everybody's driving like it's ARCA. And Macklin was having a solid day. He was running 11th right there alongside Quentin Moore, Matt McIntyre, and Ryan George was all in this bunch. You don't go 4 wide at North Wilkesboro. You really don't. Macklin squeezes, oh my gosh, squeezes Quentin Moore into the wall. Ryan, I should say, Roberto Crown Jr. gets involved in the crash. Allison Rain right into Macklin's car sends Allison right in front of Phil Parker. Parker did a good job to keep from rear-ending Allie's car. And then right in front of James Henry, he gets involved. Here comes Paul Minnick in the 10. The 98 of Laura Chung. She rears the back of Paul's car, but not all that bad, really. So that's going to put Aaron Macklin out of the race here. So 10 cars out of the race, and we have had 6 caution flags, and we are down to about, we'll be down this time by, we're complete lap number 48. We're down to 12 to go already. And what has been a caution-filled Tyson Holly Farms 400 at North Wilkesboro Speedway. I may end up doing CTS physics on this mod next season, I think, because that's what worked in the first Union 400. And I thought I had the combination very well down when I tested this combination, and I swear this wasn't a caution-filled race. Pace cars lights are off, and we're at 10 laps to go, so the cars are going to line up single file. It is Levi McIntyre leading. The one of Trent Dunham is a lap down in 25th. Cat Batson is second. Third is Dylan Young. Fourth is Charles Sanford. Daniel Bouchard has rebounded back to finish to run fifth right now. Sixth is Cole Deaver. Seventh is William Brock. Eighth is Seth Cole. Ninth is Mike Becker. And Ryan George, give a call to him. He's running in 10th position right now. Great run for the Jimmy Dean Pontiac as he, Ryan George running strong right now out of Kev Shear Racing Tech. Green flag's about to fly with 9 laps to go at North Wilkesboro. The Holly Farms 400 down to the late laps. Let's see what happens here in the rest of this race. Cat Batson trying to get a run on. Here comes Bouchard to the left side of Charles Stammer trying to take position. As they come out to number 4, yellow flag flies for the 7th time. And it's Ryan Brummer, and that car's really badly damaged now. If that does not knock the 26 car out of the race, I don't know what will, to be honest. Osborne in the 20 car, he comes across the start-finish line limping a little bit in the Home Depot Pontiac. And it was he and Ormond. They got to get their teammates out of Joe Gibbs Racing. And actually, it was Allison Rain who pushed Osborne right into Ormond. Sent the 20 and the 18 both in the wall, and then here comes, oh my God. A bad hit for Ryan Brummer and by James Sykes. He also got a piece of the 18 car. Brummer was 29th, Ormond was 22nd, and Osborne was running 28th when this all happened. And here comes Joshua into the pits here in the number 20 machine as the crew goes to work on the number 20 Home Depot Pontiac. And we're down to 6 laps to go this time by. And yes, that crash finally did knock Ryan Brummer out of the race. Finally, he's 30th position is where he's going to end up in this race here. So pace cars lights remain on. It is Levi McIntyre continuing to lead here. Second is Cat Batson. Third is Dylan Young. Daniel Bouchard got by Charles Sanford to run fourth right now. Sanford's in fifth. Seth Cole is sixth. Seventh is William Brock. Ryan George moved up into eighth. Ninth is Mike Becker, and Cole Deaver runs in 10th. 11th position right now is Phil Parker. 12th is John Andrews. Daniel Gitrock in the 71 car is running 13th right now. A good day for that team. And Dylan Abrahamian is 14th. So two of Cement Oscon's cars running really good right now in this field, both running top 15. Jesse Turner is 15th. 16th position right now is Laura Chung. 17th is Paul Minnick. 18th is James Henry. Zachary Fitzwater is 19th. And Kyle Matthews right now runs 20th. But the bad news for Matthews is Dylan Young is running third. And Dylan may take the points away from Matthews if things stay the same as they are now in this race. But I tell you what, then, if they come to Atlanta 15 points separating each other, that's going to be quite an epic finale between Dylan and Kyle. I about guarantee you that. I mentioned Atlanta because Atlanta is the season finale for the Castrol GTX Cup Series for the Napa Know-How 500, which is the 34th and final race of the season. And it'll also be the 34th race of the season. Well, as long as we keep doing the series, I think, too. So, pace cars lights are off now, and I don't know. Please let's get a green flag finish here at least. That'd be the least. At least we can get a green flag finish. Hopefully, we'll have 3 laps remaining when this race restarts. Here it'll be lap number 58. Can McIntyre hold him off? Well, we'll find out. Cat Bass in second. Third is Dylan Young. Then it's Daniel Bouchard and Charles Sanford. The top 5 as the green flag is about to fly. And on lap number 58, and here we go. Can McIntyre get a second victory of the season? We're about to find out here. Here we go. Green flag flies. There are 3 laps to go. Sanford trying to make the move to the inside of Daniel Bouchard in the 31 car. That's for 4th position. And that's going to end the race right there. Yellow flag flies on with 2 laps to go. And Rob Evans got turned. So that should be the end of the race right there. And if that is the case, Levi McIntyre has won with Cat Batson finishing second in what's been a caution-filled race. 8 caution flags worth. Unreal. Evans got turned by Phil Parker, sent him right into Dylan Abrahamian. Since Abrahamian's car into the wall, squeezes Abrahamian into the wall, should say. Evans' car goes on a slide down the front stretch, and here comes the rest of the field. Roberto Crown Jr. crashes right into him. Osborne and Orman just about got into him as well, too. But that wasn't the initial cause of the crash, because I think it involved. Well, no, it did not involve Quentin Moore. I think it. Let's see what happens. It might have been Matthews or Rain or Fitzwater. Matthews tries to squeeze Fitzwater in the wall, and Matthews goes around. It's the third crash he's been involved in, too. But the checker flag is about to fall right now. We almost missed the checker flag at the finish of the race. But there it is. Levi McIntyre wins the Tyson Holly Farms 400 in a crash-filled Tyson Holly Farms 400 at North Wilkesboro Speedway. There's going to be some tracks we're going to do some rigorous testing for next season. I'm dead serious on that. Between going into season 31 of this series and season 3 of the Mellow Yellow series, I'm about serious on that. Because I don't know Jack SHI you know what about track I&I. But take nothing away from our winner Levi McIntyre. He was in the best position where he was possible, and he is going to win here today at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Second will go to Cat Batson. Third to Dylan Young. Fourth will go to Charles Sanford. Fifth to Daniel Bouchard. Sixth place will go to... That's not who finishes sixth. Sixth will go to William Brock. Seventh to Ryan George. Seth Cole 8th. Cole Deaver 9th. And give a call to Daniel Getrock in the 71 car, one of Cement Oscon's drivers. He ends up finishing 10th in this race. So, 71 team with a solid day here today. Well, of course, the cautions may have helped, but as one of the announcers I watched back in the day said, they're all like line drives in the box score, regardless of where you finished in the race. They're like line drives in the box score at a baseball game. But the hooligan race that was the Tyson Holly Farms 400 is over finally, averaging 56.102 miles an hour. That is horrendously slow for this race. I mean, brother. Good thing this is the final short track race of the season. There's going to be a lot of repair work for all those cars that were crashed out of the race. There's going to be a lot of repair work as they prepare for Charlotte, which is next on the tour for the Mellow Yellow 500. So, rest of the finishing order here for today here. John Andrews comes home 11th. Dylan Abrahamian comes home 12th. Phil Parker 13th. Jesse Turner 14th. Laura Chung. Sans Hood finishes 15th. Paul Minnick 16th. James Henry 17th. And Allison Rain comes home 18th. The last car to finish on the lead lap. And then Zachary Fitzwater, Nathan Orman, Kyle Matthews, and Quentin Moore and Trent Dunham all finished a lap down. Fitzwater was 19th, Orman 20th, Matthews 21st, Quentin Moore 22nd, and Trent Dunham 23rd. Mike Becker, Roberto Crown Jr., and Rob Evans all fell out of the race because of that last crash. Becker had a camshaft failure that knocked him out in the last couple 3 laps of this race. Dropped into 24th, Roberto Crown Jr. 25th, Rob Evans 26th, Joshua Osborne finished 4 laps down in 27th in today's race. So all in all, 24 cars finished the race here, and 18 of them finished on the lead lap. Matt McIntyre had a tire failure. It's going to be easier to finish, We'll give you the attrition list anyway, as 16 cars got knocked out of the race here today. Just unreal. Mike Becker, Roberto Crown Jr., Rob Evans, all out of the race here. Osborne, the last car to finish in 27th, again, 4 laps down. 28th through last, Matt McIntyre, James Sykes, Ryan Brommer, Aaron Macklin, Alex Miller, Dylan Poteet, Wes McCoy, Jessica Shelton, Muhammad Abdullah, Keith Batson, Zach Winkle, Cement Oscon, and finally Zach Rogers with an oil leak. Hope they got plenty of Valvoline to fill up that car for Charlotte, in the case of Rogers. But that will do it here today at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Congratulations once again to Levi McIntyre, the winner of the Tyson Holly Farms 400 at North Wilkesboro Speedway, the Demolition Derby that was the Tyson Holly Farms 400 at North Wilkesboro Speedway. If you like what you see here, which I hope not this video, I hope. But if you like what you see here, seriously, subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on the channel. We got indoor races, we got gaming videos, we got in our online videos, we got everything that the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires to have for his channel. Be sure to check out Seth's Storycell Cup Series, which is the main series on the channel, and please check his series out before you check mine out. I'm serious, please do. Because his series is a lot better than what I have to offer. And if you want in on his series next season, then please get with Seth and he will get you going. And also two series I recommend you to check out before you even check mine. Levi McIntyre's Marvel Studios Cup Series on his channel, ThrashManiac99. Give that channel a subscribe for some cool stuff. And Dylan Young's Spectrum Mobile Cup Series on his channel, X8675309-858X. And subscribe to his channel for some cool stuff. So that will do it here today at North Wilkesboro. For now, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 10 years of offline racing at its best, or in my case, offline racing at its worst. But we'll see you at Charlotte for the Mellow Yellow 500. Hopefully, and I think that race will be a whole lot better than this one was.